Yeah, it's going down, man. It's Donnie Houston Podcast. I am Donnie Houston. Check it out, man. We got a very special guest today. Hey, we're going to go ahead, and I think this might be one of the first times, or it's a very rare occasion, you know what I mean, when you get to meet, the fourth member, or would have been member of UGK, man. We know Pimp C, we know Bun B. We just had Mitchell Queen on, and now we got Jelon Jackson. What's going down, man?
Man, pleasure to be here, man. I'm loving it, man.
Already, how you feeling, man?
Great, man. Great.
Yeah.
Whole lot better, man.
For sure, for sure. So what's new with you, man?
Man, everything. Still, the music a little bit. Me and my brother put something together. I had started a record label probably about 2000, 2004. I always stayed in the music. You know what I'm saying? I managed to kind of, be in the shows a lot, going to the shows with Chad and Bun and all that. So I kept, abreast of it, but I was doing business. I'm more like a businessman, so.
Yeah. So you got a, was it barbecue and all that you say you got going with?
Yeah, I got a food truck. I did the hair business, man, for like about 25 years. And then I kind of just kind of semi-retired, and I food business. My grandmother, cooked. Come from that background, whatever, Louisiana gumbo and all that. And, so I just started to put it to work, man. So I opened up a little hamburger stand in the mall, out there in PA where I was. Because I always kept a business, man. Just business all the time. So, the pandemic came, certain things, businesses started closing down. So I ended up getting a food trailer. So I'm working on the food trailer and now, doing the food truck with the turkey legs and stuff. They got the turkey leg head and all that out here, but, he got his thing going. But it's mainly burgers, barbecue links, homemade links, the stuffed links, not the sausage, the links. I'm saying the real deal. You know what I'm saying? So, some down home cooking, like beans and rice, just everything, just dinners, different days, a deli almost. So, be looking for it. It's called Big Jack's Burgers and More. The music, Steady Fetty Entertainment. Bunch of tracks, bunch of music. We're about to put out like tracks for sale, tracks for lease. We're about to open up start a website, whatever. I'm still doing a little thing with the hair business too. I got Team Fusion Cuts coming out. Fusion Cuts, it was a big time company that I started out in Port Arthur, out in the malls or whatever. And both of the, they had the major salons in Central Mall, and they left out, and I kind of took over and had a restaurant, and I kind of, basically did my thing to it. Brother, you know what I'm saying? And it worked out. It's just a lot of things we have to learn in business. A lot of stuff that me and my partners, needed to kind of tighten up on. But we back now. I'm back now, and I'm here in a bigger city.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Kind of small.
Yeah. So in the H, for sure. So man, let's kind of just talk a little bit about just about the UGK thing and just the Port Arthur thing, and you and Pimp and Bun and Mitchell Queen and all y'all. You know what I mean? Tell me just about PA, man, coming up in PA back then, man.
Coming up in PA was kind of crazy because it was so the whole thing with the rap thing and the music business, and a lot of people wonder why me and Mitchell, back down or whatever. But people didn't realize, because Mitchell said the same thing. It wasn't lucrative, or it wasn't a thing. It was always like a hobby. It was always like breakdancing and certain things like this. So nobody came out. Nobody had like, $4 million deals. And like Mitchell said, Rap-A-Lot hadn't even went worldwide yet. So it was just kind of hobby. I was playing football, 240, 250. Just kind of into those, pumping it up and everything. And I ended up kind of getting interested into that. And then after we got older, that kind of, went away. And, the whole time we were kind of like, they were still there. Because, like it all started, we were in the 8th grade. I kind of moved on the other side of town and went to another school. So we weren't too popular. I'm not gonna, we weren't no ladies' men or whatever, no big football players or anything. And I went to a different school with Joe Wilson. And, Chad was there, and a couple people. Mitchell was a little bit older, so I didn't really go to school with him. He was about a year older than us. So, well, he was in the same age, but we went to different schools. So, I went to the school.
So you went to the same school with Pimp?
Yeah, I ended up going 1 year. We went to school 1 year together, and that was the 8th grade.
Okay,
but we became best friends in 8th grade, and we just was cool forever. So, and what I'm talking about too is like actually from 80. I could tell you everything from 87 to probably 99, 2003, 2004. Because, it was just, it wasn't like they were Hollywood, but it was just, a bunch of, we were spread it apart. But, as long as we were in Louisiana, Dallas, and Houston shows, I was there. Concerts, I was there. You know, I was the barber, so I cut a little head, but I was still there. So I knew I was going to studio sessions. You know, I also did a little rapping with DJ DMD, you know, certain things like that. So it was just, you know, just a hip hop background. We had like a hip hop background. It was music, but it was kind of hybrid. And everybody had their little crews because we started out breakdancing. So, you know, I got to Woodrow Wilson in 8th grade, and you know, we were back in, you know, in the classroom. We were new. He was quiet, and I was new. So, you know, we sit back there, and you know, he had his hand over his head, you know, with glasses, putting his head down all, you know, every day. You know, I would kind of wonder about him, you know. And I guess maybe the 4th or 5th day of school, we had like a show and tell. We were kids, you know, 8th grade, we had like a show and tell. So he bought a boombox, and I bought a boombox. So he looked at me. He never said nothing to nobody. You know, we was just in classic up. He looked over there. He said, "Man, what you got there for?" Looked at him. I said, "Man, what you got? You know, what's up with you?" You know, he was like, "Well, I rap. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be famous. You know, one day." You know?
He told you this in 8th grade.
Yeah, that's what tripped me out, man. The story, like, this is a true story, man. He was like, "Man, I'm gonna be famous," and he, you know, what tripped me out? He had some ballets on. Like we were in 8th grade, man. They didn't have all this. You know, George came out. You know, niggas was wearing gangster Nikes and, you know, regular Reeboks and, you know, K-Swiss and shit like that. So, you know, I got some BKs on or some troops or something. He, what you know about that? You know, I'm like, what you know? You know what I'm saying? So he got his trench coat on and all that. You know, we got the jumpsuit, sort of like this here. You know, we just bought it back. You know, we kind of dressed like this. So he got the big glasses, the Jerry curl, and I got the flat top with the nappy. You know, so, you know, he like, hold up. Push his thing, and the whole time, bro, like in class, he's listening to music. We got the Walkmans with the you take the little string off and put it, you know, and this doing, we thinking he's just in, you know, class, you know, kind of.
But he got music going.
Yeah, he listening to beats and music. So he's like, you know, I said, well, I rap, you know, I break dance a little bit too, you know, but I'm, you know, because I was just kind of like a hobby dude, you know, so we ended up getting cool. I would go to his house, you know. I had some Sensonic drums, you know, little drum pads, and, you know, he had the keyboard. You know, then we, you know, 1 month later, you know, he might have got the keyboard with the drum pad. So we were just getting little Casio keyboards from Kmart and shit like that. And basically, was making beats and, you know, getting egg crates. And, you know, he took all his clothes. He had all his clothes in the room all over the floor. And we had the closets empty. I did that in my room, too. And we'd get egg crates. Like, every time everybody finished eating eggs, we'd put them. So it was like, man, we're going to make us some sound booths in our rooms and shit like that. So we do that every Saturday. We come over, you make a beat, I'll make a beat, we rap or whatever. About a month later, the guy, Terry Miller, you know what I'm saying? He's a popular guy. He was the athlete, competitive really. So, you know, we rap, he rap. You know, we play tennis, somebody play tennis, he play tennis. You know, so, you know, he got in the rap thing. And he set up some type of little, we were in the 8th grade, man, 9th grade. He set up some type of little, I don't know if out here they used to have like the little fashion shows. Like, you know, the little girls had a little dresses on. Yeah. Right. So we get the rap. Like, you know, like
at the fashion show.
Yeah, we got a little special thing for y'all. So they come out, you know, we come out, and I'm kind of just a regular. I say my little thing and hurry up. And, you know, my homeboy, he, you know, Terry Miller, he superstar, you know, football jock. So he do his little thing. And Chad busts out. I'm talking about a whole nother different cat. MCC. It wasn't Pimp C at first. It was MC. That's, you know, before you told me I'm MCC. You know, and I'm, you know, I had little names, bullshit names, Die Hard. You know, I just always played around. You know, so he busted out. I'm MCC, so and so, so and so. You know, I can't remember. It was so long. We were in 8th grade, 13 years old, and everybody, yeah. After that, you know, a couple dudes. You know, but it's the ladies. We still didn't have no ladies in that. We wasn't. You know, a couple dudes. They knew hip hop and all that, so they was kind of, you know, jocking us. So a couple years passed, 10th grade. Say, man, you know, we still kind of, he was, you know, the whole thing was DMD was the man. And he still is. That's like one of my top, I mean, I love music, all types of music. And he's one of my top producers. Like, and, you know, he's in my top 5, like top 3 maybe. You know, just, you've never heard nothing offbeat. You never heard nothing with Aaron fucking with DMD since like, since I've ever known it. So the whole thing was to kind of get with DMD. You know, Chad was, man, you know, they got DMI. You know, they got these dudes Harlan, you know what I'm saying, Mitch and them, they be, you know, around there, you know, and I want to get with them. But, you
so
know,
Mitch was already with DMD at this time?
Yeah, okay. DMI. Now, Mitch was kind of older. Because, see, it was kind of, the whole thing, man, Booney Lope, What's Up Booney Lope, you know what I'm saying? That was the man. Booney Lope, you know, Lee Master, What's Up Lee Master, RTS, you know what I'm saying? Those, you know what I'm saying? Them dudes, they started out, we were looking up to them. You know, DMD type beats, you know. So the whole thing was, you know, for Chad to get up there with DMD and them and working, you know, I just kind of, just what I was doing, kind of, you know, playing around. He was my homeboy, you know, I liked it. It was kind of like a hobby or whatever. So we ended up back to about the 10th grade. You know, you know this, I say, man, you know this nigga named Bernard Freeman? I was like, yeah, because I would see Bunny Edison. We didn't have the same class, you know what I'm saying? We were kind of a year, you know, apart kind of, but I'd see him, and that's how, you remember, dude, the shoes. That's how some dudes was cool. We walked on the highway. You know, what's up?
You got them? Yeah.
Yeah, he got Bun, one time he had some FootJoys on with the FJ. I was like, because, you know, Bun, he was coming back and forth, but his dad lived in A-Leaf, some type of shit. So, you know, we 7th to 8th grade passed through. So about the 10th grade come, I was like, y'all know the nigga. I done seen him a couple times, you know what I'm saying? We with the shoes and shit like that. So he's like, man, nigga want to rap with us. So, and I guess that, you know, because I watched the other interview, Mitchell say, I didn't know how that happened, but he just told me that. It was one night, he was like, man, we're going to go to the mall and meet this nigga. So
at this time, it's you, Mitch, and Pimp.
It was still just Mitch and Pimp, and I was just kind of making beats, like making rhymes and stuff. And me and Chad, see, what it would be like, we put our equipment together. So, you know, I'd have the beat machines and he'd have the keyboards. So, you know, we'd have music and records, all kind of music and records. So we had to, you know, we all just trade, you know, and Mitch and Queen, he was kind of like he's like, he has the vaults and everything. He said he had something for me. That's crazy, because the furthest I got, bro, I'm going to just tell you like this, the furthest I got, because they always, my buddies, rest in peace, Jay Will, the real Jay Will, you know what I'm saying? He would always say, man, they would call me the unseen king that teased me. You know, yeah, right, UGK or whatever. You know, they call me UGK, but, you know, it was just crazy. So we ended up kind of just, like I say, it was me kind of just playing around with Chad on Sundays and Saturdays on the weekend, learning beats, playing beats, just keeping a swag. You know what I'm saying? Just being hip-hop. That's kind of what I was. Just like how the dudes used to do. I don't know if they still do it now back. Remember, man, in like the late 90s when Screw came out, all the boys had karaoke boxes.
Yeah.
We're just working out. You know what I'm saying? Just staying, keeping the swag, keeping the game, you know what I'm saying? And that's when people start freestyling and, you know what I'm saying, all that. So we ended up go back to, you know, the Bun thing. We ended up going to the mall, and I was like, man, dude, pretty cool, you know what I'm saying? So we hung out. He ended up staying about 5 blocks from me. So picking each other up for school every day, going to school, being cool. We started dancing. You know, they had, you know, he was dancing too. They had a group, and that was 10th grade, 11th grade. That was the kid play type dance, like you know, me and
Get your partner, y'all.
Yeah. Me and my partner was Scoob and Scrap, Orlando Smith. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We were Scoob and Scrap. We had the fishing hats and the hammer pants. So we did talent shows. So Bun was in the talent show. Me and my partner was in the talent show. I had my partners, Donovan Lloyd and Douglas Lloyd. So we did a 4-piece, and they did a 4-piece. So we were just kind of doing the dancing thing and all that. So after that, we did the rap thing. And, you know, Bun was crazy, man. He would, like, basically go to the lost and found and take all the tablets and all that and rip all the pads out. And we'd have pens and pads all the time.
Oh, man.
So we'd just sit in the cafeteria and write rhymes. We'd go to this John Seafood right off of Guffway. We'd go sit in there at night, write rhymes. You know, I had a lot of, because we were the PA militia, me and Bun. And, you know, Chad and Mitch, they were UGK, but they was some Mission Impossible. Then they, you know, the UGK thing, because Chad was like, man, let us all get together. You know, and from what I heard, Mitch was kind of like, you know, and then, you know, we was like, all right. Chad was like, you know, let's do it, because we'd always, because the whole thing was, it was a bunch of us. You know, like Mitch, he kind of named everybody. I was a bunch of us, so we went through stages to where, like, we were going to say, we're going to put 2 people out. So we'd have meetings, but it never worked. You know, something just, you know, because it was so, you know, we're going to put these people out. You know, this little group, you know, Ted and Dan dancing, and, you know, Israel Kite, you know, just people dancing. And we're going to try that with them. And it just never went around. But, you know, back to me and Bun, we actually would go to, there's instances, man, in Beaumont. They would have those little concerts, like the Ghetto Boys would come, and we'd be in the bathroom rapping against niggas. Like, we would, say our little verses and stuff. And like I said, I rapped, it was no albums or whatever, but, it was just little set scenarios like that. So I was in hip hop. And, the videos would come out and, this and that. So I guess the 11th grade, 12th grade, we kind of doing a little moving around now, getting out and all that. So we in Houston at the flea markets constantly. So, producers, I don't know if you know about production. Like me, I was just...
I'm a producer, yeah.
Okay, so I was in the car listening to, just beat we just made. I was listening to in the car. We always want to listen to how it sounds in the car, how it sounds.
Right. You do your beat test, right?
Yeah. So we in there, we young, we didn't know what it was, but we beat testing. Well, we see DJ DMD do it, but we in there beat testing. So he got to tell me something good. And Russ, big time. Russell, he's like, man, what's that? Chatty always been kind of cocky. He was quiet, wasn't like a tough guy, popular guy, but he was cocky with communication. So, yeah, this mine, what I'm saying? It's us. So the dude's like, damn, man, it's pretty nice. Whoop the blam. So, about 2 weeks later, man, it's like, Jack, we got to go to the studio, man. We're going to tell me something good. It's going to be at like about 12 o'clock at night, about 3 o'clock in the morning.
So he had just played the beat in the flea market?
Yeah. Yeah, he played the beat. I mean, that's... But we, what I'm saying, there was a bunch of different, it may have been a couple other times, but I was at a specific time and he played the beat and the dude loved it. And he was like, man, I got this other guy, it's point blank. So I got this other guy that, but I'm trying to start an independent label. Cool. I did that. I looked around, man, it was like a few months later, Bun, it was like, they went to go drop the album, whatever. We wasn't even paying attention. Bun come back a couple months later, high school, he showed me a piece of paper, has a picture of the album cover, the Southern Way, the first one. He was like, we did it. I was like, yeah. So, no young rappers, no Port Arthur, no Houston, no nothing. The Ghetto Boys doing a little something, and they was backed by, Jay. So I'm like, okay. Week later, the guy, I guess the Byron Hill, the manager guy, it was a bunch of things that happened back with him. He ends up throwing him a release party, man. 19 years old, 18 years old, never been to a club, never been. So he goes to, Chad's mother's house on like a Shreveport and Vesta or whatever. Cars blocks long, man. Biggest party ever. Like, wow. Man, country, Port Arthur, never been anywhere. A couple weeks later, say, man, hey, wake up, man. We out here. We finna shoot a video. Use me up. I'm like, the car wash is right up the street. I'm about 2 blocks at the car wash right here. Cameras.
But by this time, though, they just a 2-man group, though.
Yeah, it's still a 2-man group. And it was kind of like, and even with that, like the first show was just crazy because it was Lake Charles. And nobody was really doing that. They were throwing the parties like hip hop was kind of doing it in New York and all that. But.
Okay, but wait. But by that time, though, you've already decided to do football, though.
Yeah, right. I played a little football, and I didn't even go to. It was after that. It was just I went to barber school.
Okay, so you didn't go on scholarship?
No, I didn't do anything. I was just kind of like a bigger guy to play for, and it was something that I wanted to do. Never really just kind of was a star athlete or whatever. So I just put my mind to it, like in the 10th grade that I was gonna play for varsity football start. So they were like, man, you could do this, you could do this, you could do that, you could do that. And
so that was your conversation with Pimp and them, like, man, all right, well, I'm finna focus on football. I ain't really trying to do the rap.
Yeah, but it was basically, it wasn't that actually. It was kind of like I was in a sheltered. My grandmother was old-fashioned grandfather, and you're not going to cuss and do all that. They going to hell. And, you leave here and go to that studio, don't come back. And, that's kind of how it was. Like, 12 o'clock at night to 2 o'clock in the morning. You crazy? Okay, yeah. All right, UGK, go back to, go back in your room. 17, 18, so that's kind of what actually happened. It wasn't.
That's interesting because this whole time it's been this man. Well, Jelon chose football, and it really was just.
Yeah,
it was no way. Had parents that weren't going for that.
No, I couldn't get to the studio. I couldn't go to Houston at on a Wednesday night at Chad quit school. I mean, they wouldn't let me do it, even if I wanted to. I thought about it, and then I was like, well, who do I know rap? Or who do I know making it? Because me, the reason why I got into barbering, there was a guy that was a local barber that had been cutting hair about 50 years, and he had a barber shop. He had a club next to it. He had all kind of property, and I looked and I was like, man, I want to do that and be like this so I can have all that. So when it came to rap music, I was like, can I do that and be all that? And I'm looking at everybody and the guys, I didn't know about millions and stuff, but my stepfather and people working at plants, busting their ass at plants, but they had decent cars and all that. So I thought I play a little football. I thought about it, and then I was like, well, I'm not actually a full-blooded athlete. I'm not. I was just kind of, and then I got to college. All them niggas was good. I was built like them, but they have been playing football for about 10, 15, 20 years. They've been playing football since they were 5. They had daddies that taught them how to play football. I was a big guy, in a small town. Niggas was sorry. So, I ended up just kind of, So when I got to, I went to USL and, maybe tried to walk on or something and shit. Big white boy, big, what I'm saying? Big old, I couldn't, it wasn't, so I just kind of took that weight off me because I put it on me to play football. Just like, say, for instance, it was a football movie. Like, Jamie Foxx, he say,
beef up for it. Yeah,
so I just went for about a year. I'm young, smart. I kind of, if I want to do something, I figure out how to do it. Something like was football. I have to eat right. I have to pump these weights. I have to study it. So I did it for a summer, and they went back and they was like, wow. I went to not even on the depth chart to like a starter.
Yeah. So you were saying, I mean, even though, you still were in the mix or whatever, like, tell me some of your maybe like fondest memories of just times of being around them within that time period. Like after they were on and everything,
that's what I'm. Actually, the videos and then like, man, just think about it. I go to his house one day. I'm from college, going to college, coming back, Barber College, or living. Because I was going out there. I was going to Louisiana. So I come back. They got a gold Menace to Society album on the floor, like laying there on the coffee table. He's like, yeah, man.
The boys really did it.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then they used me up. He used to keep his keyboard like right here, he might have a keyboard on the coffee table, and he might just do some samples and stuff, make some beats, and then he'll bring it back. You know what I'm saying? In there. So went in there one time, the next day, he's on the phone, man, with Bill Withers. Bill Withers told him he loved the song, but he don't cuss on it. He said, man, I ain't even charging nothing, just don't cuss on it. And that was crazy. The Walmart, I was at Walmart. We were in Louisiana, Alexandria or something one time. And we were at Walmart, man. People started just running toward chicks, just people in the back. We went to Papa Do's one time. It was crazy, man. The cooks, the managers, everybody just, that was crazy too. So, yeah, it was, or us being like, they start making that 10 grand a show, say, man, come chill, let's come out. Go to mama house, mama give me $200. You know what I'm saying? Just to drive maybe to Lafayette or something. And I get there, there's dudes there, it's my barber, man, my homeboy, whatever, just things like this, certain little things, a studio with certain people going to Lil J. Man, we used to go, Jay Prince, we would like literally go in there and just let him listen. He wanted, to sign Chad way before this, so bad. And I was there that whole time, like just sort of 3-2, rest in peace. We pick him up. I remember when he was doing the college 3-2 was about to be on death row. Yeah. Like all that, I know all that, in that history. He was down. He came back and kicked it with C when he got back from California. Actually, he played us some footage of that intro, that Really Though and Big Baby and Snoop was saying all that. He was saying, he did
a demo for it?
Yeah, he was kind of like, I heard some he was kind of like, talking just like, he's the, how he talk and all that. It was crazy, man. Like, in the mix with all that, I seen all that, man. Like, it was crazy. And I spent a lot of time with, I knew Mel Smith, but that was through Labu. I got a buddy named Labu. Shout out to Labu. He good rapper, man. He was one of the dudes, one of the main dudes on the 11 and 22, Shining and all that. And, yeah, we represent PA. He was one of them cats, tight, So I met a lot, Mary J. Blige. They were close. She was trying to get him signed and all that. Man, it was, it was a journey. I mean, I did everything, I guess, but rapped.
Yeah. So when was the last time you talked to Pimp C?
Oh man, it was kind of like when he got out. I had moved away, man. I was in Boston. Like when I was in Massachusetts, actually, when that Source cover came out, he's locked up and all that. So I was away a lot. I wasn't even able to go to the funeral service, man. It was just, I missed a lot, and a lot of people were like, man, I can't believe this. But I mean, I went through, a lot. I went through a divorce. I got some boys, man, grown now, but You know, I was dealing with a lot of things, pressure, financial problems, you know, like just trying to build, because I'm the type of person, man, I'll take everything I got and I put, you know, a whole lot to it. You know, sometimes, you know, it may not work. Sometimes you get people, you know, sometimes you're not knowledgeable of certain things, or sometimes you get people that it's not knowledgeable and it won't work for them or whatever, you know, but, you know, life moves on. But anyway, yeah, there's a lot of situations, man. I'm talking about kind of like he would love to just make people laugh, man. He was funny. He loved it. Like, oh, he was amused by our grandfathers. Like, he would love how your grandfathers talk and all that, talk fast. And he would say, I'm 23, but I'm 53. You know, he loved Red Fox. People like Dolomite. You know, people like, that's what we like. You know, certain people like grown, you know, like some funny, like old men make us laugh, like the old, you know. So that's what he would always do. You know, my grandfather, we would try to talk in his dialect. We try to talk, you know, that's all we talk to people. You know, look here, boy. You know, all kind of stuff like that. Say, boy, and all that. That's kind of, you know, we were doing that too. But we was just kind of doing it like an old school swag, like we some old school cats or something. So it's just crazy, man. We went through like we wanted to be real older than what we were. And now, shit, old now. It ain't what, but man, we wanted to be older than what we were. That was the whole thing, and that was him. He wanted to be really, really mature. You know, like some, you know, when he clown, you know, he'd sing like Teddy Pendergrass, some deep voice, you know, raspy or something, or he'd sing, you know, just really on some grown man. We always wanted to be like a professional type, even kind of like even the music was raw and whatever, but we wanted to be corporate.
Yeah.
And we wanted to be like this independent type thugs way before this happened.
Yeah.
But we were a little bit younger, you know.
Yeah. You still keep in contact with Bun?
I don't talk to Bun much, man. I don't know what happened, but you know, it's, you know, if he, you know, I'm still here. You know, I'm in Houston now, actually. You know, and that's the whole thing. Now I feel like, you know, I know it's a UGK interview or whatever, but I feel like I'm in Houston now, and it's a wonderful opportunity, and it's so close to home. You know, like I'm so glad to be out here with y'all brothers, because man, I realize I'm a Texas nigga, man. I'm from Texas. Like I've been to Boston, I've been to Georgia, whatever, and it just didn't work. I'm from Texas, man. And I feel like this is the best place. You know, Austin, San Antonio is pretty good, but man, I mean, they did it here. You know what I mean? I love PA. PA is my home. I love it. I love everybody there, but you know, sometimes, you know, you gotta go, you know. Hey,
Yeah, for sure.
Jordan didn't stay in Carolina. No, I'm staying out here. No, he had to go. But you seen he put them Carolina Blue Jays out when he, you know, came up. Or they say all the Carolina foot actions got Jordans in them.
Yeah.
All walls. So yeah.
For sure. That's what's up, man. Man, you got anything before we get up out of here?
Oh man, peace out to everybody in PA. Peace out to my brother. You know, he great producer. I'm gonna let you hear some stuff in a minute.
That's bad.
You know, he keeping the flame blowing. You know, keeping the flame going. Mel Loke, you know, a great artist, man. I've been dealing with. This is actually the person that, you know, was the first artist under my label, Steady Fetty. Matter of fact, I got something for you, man.
Man, that's what's up.
Got some Fetty Gang.
Oh,
Steady
man.
Fetty Entertainment.
Already.
That's the label. Steady Fetty Entertainment. So it's Fetty Gang.
That's a bet.
Mel Loke, you know, T Mac.
That,
That's us, man. We, you know, we really trying to do our thing. You'll see Mel Loke. Mel was freshly. He shot a video. It's about to come out pretty soon. Called Trill Nigga. Got a demo. We got an EP coming out pretty soon. I'm gonna send you some links or whatever. You know, we trying to get the YouTube page going or whatever. And I hope it's not the last time I get to hear from you, or whenever I get to advertise, because I'm gonna definitely do some marketing.
For sure.
I'm all about marketing. You know, maybe, you know, I can work out something, because what I'm actually trying to do too is I guess it's a podcast. Now I'm old school. I kept telling people, man, I want a TV channel. I want to be on TV. And everybody like, nah, it's a podcast, whatever. So I'm working on that, because you know, I'm a pretty good cook. So I want to do some cooking blogs. I actually want to network, man, because I feel like if we all got together, you know, you have your show. I got my cooking show. You know, we got some people that do sports. You know, like ESPN or whatever, man. And podcasts, we can all do it now. You know, we at home, with pandemics and stuff like that. You know, we get, you know, my thing is, you know, they give us, you know, people are worried about the stimulus and unemployment. What are you doing with it? You get your stimulus, what are you doing with it? Where you gonna go with it? You gonna go to the club with it? You gonna trick it off? You gonna drink it? You gonna smoke it? What are you gonna do with it? And it's been said already that, you know, during recessions and tough times, that's when the poor people become rich. And with me, man, I've had enough time. I've created a whole another person. I'm Jelon Jackson, but there's a whole. I'm serious.
Yeah.
Serious.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Well, man,
Yes,
what's your social media and everything, man? Where the people can reach
It's
you?
J Fuse. I'm Instagram, but Serious Jackson on Facebook. Big Jack's Burgers and More. It's coming maybe within the next week or two. It's like I said, I got like a 30-foot food truck that I'm working on. It's all fully like I can do cooking food, fry, and do all whatever. So all kind of shit gonna be coming out.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Well, man, I appreciate you coming through, man.
I appreciate you. I love it, man. Yeah, just he's a Leo.
He's Leo. Shout out, he's Leo for sure.
That's the hardest working man in the rap game. Man.
Yeah.
I promise you, man. I watched that boy, man. I'm talking about he put his own album. He do his own marketing. He do his own shows. You know, people, oh man, but that's how you get it. That's how you do it. So Easy Lee, my people, baby. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, moms, love you. Everybody else. Ricky Diamonds, get at me. A couple other people. Oh, 4-5 for life, man. 4-5. Uncle Roy, KJ, you know what I'm saying? Cookie, Kong Jory, man, be looking out for KJ. Kong Jory, man.
Yeah.
Man. But yeah, man, it was a pleasure. I'm about to work on some investments, I got some investors, I'm trying to, that was the whole thing, kind of funded, man. This pandemic, put everybody on their ass, and I'm not gonna sit there and say I'm a millionaire, and I'm not sure. So trying to get some investing and funding going. I got a few people that I met this week, and we're gonna get these food trucks. I'm gonna have these food trucks everywhere.
Yeah, that's what it is. Well, listen, appreciate you coming through. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna come back and bring you some barbecue.
Definitely
man. I
do
really
that,
want.
man.
I had a fender bender at the airport and everything, but we was gonna smoke some turkey legs and have some homemade links for you too. But I'll bring it back. Man.
That's a bet. Well, yeah, man, I'm Donnie Houston. Check out the website, DonnieHoustonWorld.com. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe if you're watching and you're not a subscriber. Turn your alerts on. If you want to, you're interested in doing some sponsorship, email David at theheistagency.co. If you not follow me on Instagram and all that, follow me. I'm Donnie Houston. I am DonnieHouston. Also Donnie Houston Podcast. That's on Instagram as well. Search me, Donnie Houston Podcast. That's on all social media. But yeah, man,
Yes,
it's going
sir.
down. We out.